Princess Haya bint Al Hussein is said to be in fear for her life after she fled from her husband.
Imagine living a life of luxury, surrounded by wealth and power. That was the reality for Princess Haya. Until she decided to risk everything to escape her husband, the ruler of Dubai.
A wife of Dubai's ruler Mohammed Al Maktoum is in hiding in London.
Her story is one of courage, resilience, and the pursuit of a life free from fear and control.
So much luxury, but no freedom.
No freedom, yeah, no freedom. And it's the basic freedom.
From her royal beginnings to her dramatic escape, Princess Haya's journey has captivated the world. Let us delve into the details of her life, her marriage, and her fight for freedom. A royal beginning, the life of Princess Haya. Princess Haya bint Al Hussein was born into royalty on May 3, 1974. As the daughter of King Hussein of Jordan and Queen Aliyah, her lineage traces back to the Prophet Muhammad, making her a significant figure in the royal circles of the Middle East. Her early life was a mix of privilege and loss. When she was just 3 years old, her mother tragically died in a helicopter crash, leaving a void that deeply affected her upbringing.
My interest in the healthcare sector started out actually, sadly, with my mother passing away when I was 3 years old.
Despite this early sorrow, her father ensured that she received the finest education possible, preparing her for a life of leadership and responsibility. Haya attended private schools in Britain, where she excelled academically and developed a deep passion for horseback riding. This sport would later play a crucial role in her life. She continued her education at the prestigious University of Oxford, where she graduated in 1994 with a degree in political science and economics. By this time, she had already positioned herself as a strong, independent woman, capable of taking on significant roles both within her country and on the international stage. From a young age, Princess Haya was not just seen as a royal figure, but also as a humanitarian. With her elite education and strong sense of responsibility, she bridged the gap between East and West, using her platform to make a difference. Her love for horses distinguished her from other royals, and she even represented Jordan in equestrian sports at the Sydney Olympics in 2000. Her passion for animals and advocacy for equestrian sports became a defining part of her public persona. And it was this shared love for horses that brought her into the orbit of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai. The two met at an international equestrian event in Spain in 2002, and Sheikh Mohammed was quickly captivated by her charm, intelligence, and independence. Despite a significant 25-year age gap, they formed a close bond. Their mutual passion for horses blossomed into a romantic relationship that culminated in their marriage in 2004. A union of power, Princess Haya's marriage to Sheikh Mohammed. The marriage between Princess Haya and Sheikh Mohammed was more than just a personal union. It was seen as a merger of two influential dynasties. The marriage symbolized growing ties between Jordan and the UAE. For Haya, who had lost her father only a few years earlier, this marriage seemed like a new chapter filled with security and stability, something she deeply craved. Sheikh Mohammed, with his immense power and wealth, offered her a life that many could only dream of. Throughout the early years of their marriage, the couple presented a picture-perfect image of modern royalty. Unlike Sheikh Mohammed's other wives, Haya was a public figure, often accompanying him to diplomatic events, official meetings, and public appearances. Their frequent public displays of affection, such as holding hands, were rare for Middle Eastern royals, further enhancing their image as a progressive and modern couple. Princess Haya's role was not limited to being the wife of a powerful ruler. She was heavily involved in humanitarian and charitable initiatives, both within the UAE and on the global stage. As a UN messenger of peace and a goodwill ambassador for the World Food Programme, she used her position to raise awareness about issues close to her heart, such as hunger, education, and women's rights. For many years, her marriage to Sheikh Mohammed seemed strong, and the world saw them as a glamorous power couple. However, as the years passed, cracks began to show. The growing tensions behind the scenes. Beneath the polished surface of royal life, tension was brewing. Princess Haya, who had grown up with relative freedom in Jordan, found life in Dubai's royal court increasingly restrictive. The pressure to conform to the patriarchal structure of the royal family began to weigh heavily on her. As the wife of Dubai's ruler, she was expected to adhere to strict royal protocols, which left little room for her own independence. While she continued her humanitarian work and maintained her public image, the constraints of her role became harder to bear. As time passed, the differences between her and Sheikh Mohammed became more pronounced. While she sought to maintain her individuality and continue her charitable efforts, the expectations placed upon her as the wife of Dubai's ruler grew more suffocating. The public image of their perfect marriage began to crumble, revealing the deep-rooted issues that would ultimately lead to Princess Haya's daring escape from Dubai. The breaking point: Princess Haya's escape from Dubai. The situation reached a tipping point in 2018 when rumours of an affair between Princess Haya and her British bodyguard, Russell Flowers, surfaced. While these rumours were never confirmed by Haya herself, they sparked a chain of events that led to her eventual departure from Dubai. Sheikh Mohammed, reportedly enraged by the allegations, became increasingly suspicious of Haya's actions. The discovery of intimate messages between Haya and her bodyguard intensified the tension, and what had once been a private matter quickly turned into a full-blown crisis within the royal household. In the conservative culture of Dubai, where honour and family reputation are paramount, the idea of one of the ruler's wives being involved in an affair was not only a personal betrayal, but also a public humiliation. For Sheikh Mohammed, this was an unthinkable disgrace, and his reaction was swift and severe. He confronted Haya, accusing her of betrayal and tarnishing the family's honour. As tensions escalated, the atmosphere in the palace became hostile. Haya began to fear for her safety and that of her children. Reports emerged that she received anonymous threats, and in a particularly chilling incident, she allegedly found a loaded gun on her bed, a clear message that her life was in danger. Realizing the severity of the situation, Princess Haya knew she had no choice but to leave Dubai. The Great Escape. Escaping from one of the most powerful men in the world was no easy feat. The risks were monumental, and Haya knew that if her plans were discovered, the consequences could be deadly. But she also knew that staying in Dubai was no longer an option. She feared for her children, Al-Jalila and Zayed, and worried that they could become pawns in the ongoing conflict between her and Sheikh Mohammed. With the help of trusted friends and confidants, including German diplomats, Princess Haya began meticulously planning her escape. Every move was calculated, knowing that her every action was being closely monitored. Finally, in July 2019, under the pretense of taking her children on a summer holiday, she made her move. Her escape was a well-coordinated operation involving private jets, secure communications, and the support of loyal allies. Once in London, Haya immediately sought legal protection, filing for divorce and requesting full custody of her children. The world watched in shock as the details of her escape unfolded. For many, it was hard to believe that a powerful princess had fled her husband in fear for her life. But as the facts emerged, it became clear that this was no ordinary marital dispute. The legal battle in London, a fight for custody and freedom. Upon her arrival in London, Princess Haya's first priority was to ensure the safety of her children. She filed for a non-molestation order against Sheikh Mohammed, fearing that he might attempt to forcefully return them to Dubai. What followed was one of the most high-profile and contentious divorce cases in British legal history. The courtroom became a battleground where shocking allegations of surveillance, intimidation, and espionage were revealed. Haya's legal team provided evidence that Sheikh Mohammed had used sophisticated spyware to hack her phone and the phones of her legal team. This confirmed that the ruler was going to extreme lengths to maintain control over his estranged wife and children. Sheikh Mohammed's team tried to downplay the allegations, claiming they were merely cultural misunderstandings. However, the court saw the situation differently. After months of legal arguments, the court awarded Princess Haya full custody of her children, recognizing the significant risk they would face if returned to Dubai. In addition to the custody ruling, the court awarded Haya a record-breaking financial settlement of over $500 million, approximately $700 million, ensuring that she and her children would have the resources to secure their safety and maintain their lifestyle. The court also granted compensation for the personal belongings, jewelry, and horses that Haya had left behind in Dubai. The fallout: a damaged reputation and a victory for Haya. The court's ruling was a major blow to Sheikh Mohammed's carefully crafted public image. Known for his efforts to position Dubai as a modern, progressive city, this scandal exposed the darker side of his rule. The details of the case revealed the extent of the control and surveillance he exercised over his family, which stood in stark contrast to the image of a forward-thinking, benevolent leader. For Princess Haya, the legal victory was bittersweet. While she had successfully secured her children's safety and achieved financial independence, the scars of the past few years were deep. The emotional toll of fleeing her home, enduring the public scrutiny, and fighting for her children's freedom had been immense. Conclusion: the princess who defied power. Princess Haya's story is one of courage, resilience, and the fight for personal freedom in the face of overwhelming odds. Her escape from Dubai and her legal battle in London highlight the challenges faced by women in patriarchal societies, even those born into royalty. Haya's decision to leave was not just about her own survival, it was also about protecting her children from a future where they could be used as instruments of control. As she rebuilds her life in London, Princess Haya remains a symbol of strength and determination for women around the world. Her story is a reminder that no matter how powerful the forces against you may be, the pursuit of freedom and justice is always worth the fight. So what do you think of the story? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.